Okay, I will actually try my best to make this video somewhat short. I will have a longer video in the description, but this video is going to be relatively brief. So, Polis.gg server is no longer active. What happened? Well, basically, they just weren't getting enough money, and they realized they had to shut down because all of the moderating and all of everything just costs money, and they were not making enough money from Polis.gg to have that be viable. Which is very saddening to hear, in a way. It's just like, man, it sucks that these people worked so hard and spent so much money to create this thing and for it to absolutely, completely flop and for you to basically lose money on it. And that sucks. That being said, my opinion of Polis.gg is not the best. Many of you probably know that I was banned from the server and that I, don't have the best reputation amongst Polis.gg staff. The reason why I was banned, well, quote-unquote self-promotion. Well, in reality, I was just basically inviting people to play on a different server, which in their eyes was considered self-promotion. Let me also specify, though, that every single person, I did get a warning, right? I will say this. I got a warning, and despite their warning, I continued to invite people to the server, which in their eyes deserved a ban. That being said, literally every single person that I invited after my first warning, I messaged them in text saying, would you like an invite? And if they said yes, then I would send them the invite link. There wasn't a single person that I sent an unsolicited invite to after I got my original warning. So I don't know what their justification for banning me is. I legitimately don't understand. And if it's for just saying that, hey, do you guys want to join a different server? First off, I don't even know how they figured that out, right? Like, I don't understand the process of them being able to A, figure it out, and B, submit a ban. I'm assuming somebody just told one of the staff, but how did they prove it? I literally don't know. I literally don't know how they proved that I was self-promoting. Because if they sent, a message with the text, you would see in the message that they literally said they agreed to being invited. And if I can still get banned even after they agree to be invited, that's just ridiculous. I can go on and on, but let me just say, it's also pretty dumb in the first place that they banned me. Like, literally, they talk all the time about how they have trouble with moderation, and it takes a lot of time to moderate the server. They have to go through and comb over chats and, see who deserves to get muted or banned and whatever, right? So me inviting people to the other server is literally making their job easier. That's much less time and money spent on moderation. They can just focus on developing the game and, stuff like that. And I basically would make it a lot easier for them to moderate the stuff, right? They don't have to worry about what people are saying in chats because that's now basically my job. So I don't even understand the logic of them banning me. I'm making it easier for them. Anyways, enough of that. Let's also just say real quick that Polis.gg has also had a pretty negative opinion from most of the player base. Literally, just take a look at the Steam reviews. They're not great. A lot of negativity going on in there. Is it justified? I would say for the most part. But there's also a lot of people that just are like, this is worse than Town of Us. Why'd you create this? And I don't think that's necessarily the best way of looking at it. To a certain extent, yes. There's not really any reason to play Town of Polis over Town of Us, unless if you specifically want to play on the submerged map. It's a shame that they're clearly not going to be, continuing to add roles because they're not even getting enough money to keep their server active. They're most certainly not getting enough money to keep the mod active. It's probably going to disappear from the Steam shop at some point, which will also be very sad to hear. That being said, yeah, I mean they got a lot of negativity, but what is indisputable is that they basically stole ideas from Town of Us. Does that warrant negativity? I don't think so. I think stealing ideas from Town of Us is completely justified, especially considering that Slushy Goose, the person who developed Town of Us, he worked with Polis.gg at some point. Of course, he no longer works with them. Don't exactly know why, but there's been some stuff going on behind the scenes. He went on and created Goose Goose Duck, which if you haven't played, try it. It's free on Steam. You should probably support them. They're pretty cool. Kara Games talked about how they were basically people would be paying money to add hats into the game, and then they would remove the hats or the credits for the hats for no reason, and they would refuse to talk to the people who were helping create the hats, or some of the people who even worked on the mod itself. They refused, or Town of Us specifically, not Town of Polis, but Town of Us. They would refuse to talk to some of those people, and basically the way they managed everything was very poorly done. After my ban, a lot of people also got banned because they were voicing their distaste for their opinion of banning me, and another fellow member who was also supporting me. But a lot of people got banned. A lot of negativity happened. Basically, the server completely died after I got banned. Allegedly, I'm banned, so I have to take it from what other people said. But from screenshots and whatnot that I've seen, which, by the way, a screenshot is how I know about the ban in the first place, right? But yeah, basically the server died. A lot less people were going into the looking for group. Basically, nobody was in voice chat, and it was just a slow decline of the server completely. And yeah, eventually they just decided we're going to axe the whole project. So, did they have it coming? In a way, I guess. But, it's very unfortunate that for all the players that, would like to go into the server and meet new people, that they don't have that opportunity to do that anymore. Of course, they could go to other servers, but Post.gg was pretty big. It was basically the go-to place to meet people playing Town of Us, and now you're going to have to basically go somewhere else. It's very unfortunate that it had to come to this, but I guess in a way it doesn't necessarily affect me because I've been banned for a while, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, take it easy, and peace out. Walking the room like fuck that. Heads off, take off. Don't give a shit about